I'm one of those guys that Dr. Fauci, he's not perfect. Obviously, he's made mistakes. He hasn't always been right, but I'm certainly one of those people that defends him. And I think he's a brilliant guy. He's been doing this for a very, very long time. And everybody on the right is attacking this guy. And here's why I believe it's not valid. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, I'm speaking in hypotheticals now, that Dr. Fauci was the dumbest scientist on the planet. Who hired him? He works under Donald Trump. Who is the person that ultimately makes decisions here? The president and the governors. Now, Dr. Fauci can give recommendations, but it doesn't mean the president has to listen to those recommendations. It doesn't mean the governors have to listen to those recommendations. So all these people on the right that are attacking Dr. Fauci don't seem to understand who's actually in charge here. Liz Cheney seems to. Liz Cheney, of course, the wife of Dick Cheney, big Republican.
The daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry. The daughter.
Cheney.
I apologize.
I believe
she's
a congressman in Wyoming.
And this is the daughter who is gay, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not. Okay, okay. It's his other daughter. Okay.
That would be wild if there was a homosexual Wyoming Congress.
Well,
person.
I know.
Very wild.
I personally know people that are gay in this town that are Republican. For the life of me, I don't understand it. I really don't.
Why?
The reason why I don't you really have to ask me that question?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because most Republicans are anti-gay.
But
hold on, let me finish. Let me finish the answer.
Okay.
Anti-gay marriage. You have the Mike Pences of the world who are on the evangelical right. Remember, Mike Pence once believed, and probably still believes, that if you're gay, you should go to conversion therapy. They're anti-gay marriage. I mean, many of these people are even anti-gay parades. They're just simply anti-gay. And let me remind you once again that Mike Pence's wife works in a school that not only does not allow gay people to go to school there, but you can't work there if you're gay. So if you're one of those people that's Republican and you're gay, I'm sorry, I just don't understand it. But I want to get to Liz Cheney.
Well, I think it has to do with their fiscal perspective. And Donald Trump is not anti-gay at all.
Didn't say Donald Trump was.
He is actually very, very supportive. He actually has more of a libertarian perspective and approach to it, but there are evangelicals who are against it. But that shouldn't mean that you can't be Republican just because there's a small percentage of the Republican Party that doesn't agree with the way you live your life.
It's not a small percentage. You're absolutely wrong. If you polled Republicans, most Republicans would tell you they're anti-gay marriage. That is just a fact. There have been polls out there, anti-gay marriage. Now, if you're anti-gay marriage, in my personal opinion, you have a problem with homosexuality. Now, you could say, well, it's between a man and a woman. You can say that all you want, but if you really have an issue with two men or two women marrying, you're anti-gay. Let's just call it for what it is. It's just like that dummy who wouldn't make a cake for those two gay guys that walked into his store and made a whole hissy fit about it. But Liz Cheney is on Dr. Fauci's side. She said Dr. Fauci is one of the finest public servants we have ever had. He is not partisan. His only interest is saving lives. We need his expertise and his judgment to defeat this virus. All Americans should be thanking him every day. I could not agree with Liz Cheney more. Now, obviously, there are plenty of people on the right that disagree with her assessment. I happen to agree with it 100%. Like Tucker Carlson. Remember, Tucker is the guy a week or two after 28 people lost their lives in a Walmart at the hand of a white supremacist. It was Tucker Carlson who said, the idea of white supremacy is a hoax. He's made demeaning comments on a radio show about minorities. He's made misogynistic comments about women. And now Tucker Carlson is attacking Dr. Fauci for his wrong predictions. Have a listen to this clip.
This is just buffoon-level stuff at that point, and we're not doing this to mock the guy.
Don't use my word.
You know? I mean, anybody who talks as much as Anthony Fauci does on television, we can tell you firsthand, is apt to say some stupid things. The point is this the guy into whom you want to vest all of your trust? Is this the guy you want to chart the future of the country? Maybe not.
Okay, let me respond to that first by saying this. This is Tucker Carlson's quote. Anybody who talks that much on television is bound to say some stupid stuff. Hey, dope, you're on TV every night, an hour a day. You say a lot of stupid things.
He gave himself an out there, Brian.
Yeah, what a dope. You're that person.
was
You
very
talk
calculated.
on TV an hour a day, you dope. The idea of white supremacy is a hoax. You want to talk about idiotic. Okay,
that was a stupid thing you said.
So,
I'll agree with
Tucker,
that.
who else do you want in charge then? Doesn't offer any solutions. It's those who are gun lovers but don't have any solutions to how we end mass shootings. Tucker's one of those people. Fauci also had to defend himself yesterday before our show. He got into I think Rand Paul started the confrontation. Rand Paul called him the end-all. He thinks that Fauci considers himself the end-all with regards to advice about the virus. Listen to this exchange.
Senator Paul, thank you for your comments. I have never made myself out to be the end-all and only voice in this. I'm a scientist, a physician, and a public health official. I give advice according to the best scientific evidence. There are a number of other people who come into that and give advice that are more related to the things that you spoke about the need to get the country back open again and economically. I don't give advice about economic things. I don't give advice about anything other than public health. So I wanted to respond to that.
Okay, so like I said, Rand Paul accused him of being the end-all guy. Dr. Fauci has never said that. He's never said, I'm the authority, I'm the only guy. There are a lot of other people that give the president advice. There are a lot of other doctors and scientists out there. So I completely disagree with Senator Rand Paul's assessment of that. I got to tell you something. Rand Paul's the same guy. The same day he got tested for the coronavirus, he decided to use one of the gyms in the Senate. Rand Paul's the same guy who's got his ass kicked by his neighbor for just being a douche. Okay, so I mean, Rand Paul is the wussy senator himself.
Was that some sort of landscaping dispute?
Yeah, it was a landscaping dispute, and the guy kicked his ass.
He was on a riding mower.
Yeah, okay. the guy beat the crap out of him and put him in the hospital because he's such a pain in the ass.
He actually ended up having the coronavirus as well. He phrased that wrong. I think that specific members of media outlets have anointed Anthony Fauci the end-all, be-all, which I will agree with. I think that has happened. But you're right, Anthony Fauci has not once said, I am the final authority on this.
Oh.
And I do appreciate him saying that he doesn't know anything about the economy, and all the advice he is giving is from a scientific perspective in the best interest of public health. Fine, but unemployment numbers being through the roof is also not in the best interest of public health. So you have to look. Fauci is not going to be the guy who looks at minimizing deaths, minimizing economical damage, and maintaining the morale of the country. That's what Donald Trump has done, and he's done a very, very good job of it, in my personal opinion.
Let me give out the number. Your thoughts on Dr. Fauci and Tucker Carlson's comments, Cheney's comments, defending Dr. Fauci, and then that exchange with Rand Paul. The number to call if you want to be a part of this conversation is 702-257-5396. Again, if you'd like to be a part of the show, give us a buzz. Phone line's open, 257-5396. Again, I want to emphasize this because I think this is very important. Dr. Fauci's not making the decisions here. He can make recommendations. That's what he's doing for the president. He's making recommendations. And then the governors can use that information any way they see fit. But the bottom line here, the people that, make no mistake about it, the people that actually have the authority starts with the governors of each state and the president. Dr. Fauci is not putting anything into law.
In this case, Brian, it's the governors. The governors have, every single state is sovereign
when it
at
comes
this,
to reopening
at this
and that
point.
sort of thing, yes.
And that's what matters right now.
Right.
And the same with testing. The governors decide who actually gets tested. The governors were the ones that had to, through FEMA, apply for aid to get those tests. And I'll tell you this, Steve Sisolak was one of the last governors to do that. There's a reason why we were behind, okay. A, because we didn't have a lot of cases, and B, because he waited a little longer than other governors to actually apply for all the aid through FEMA.
All right,
same with the governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer, who actually blamed Trump for it.
So, again, the number to call if you want to be a part of the conversation, 702-257-5396. Again, that number, 257-5396, is the number to call. And again, I'll say it one more time, even if that is true, and I don't disagree with you. Yes, the governors have the authority as far as, reopening the economy and, to their state by state and how should we reopen the phases and all that. But Fauci does not have any authority over these governors. It is the governors that have the authority to make these decisions. But yet the right, they want to attack Fauci. And I got to tell you something else. There are people, there are nutty people, many on the right, and I've heard it, that Dr. Fauci wants these death numbers to be inflated, that Dr. Fauci wants innocent people to die. I've heard disgusting people on the right that think that Dr. Fauci was even responsible for this virus. It is some of the biggest lunatics I've ever heard in my life. So here's what we're going to do.
Well, I will say this. If Anthony Fauci, and this is true, if Anthony Fauci and the United States did put money into this lab, and this lab is where the virus originated in Wuhan, the Wuhan lab of virology, then there is some truth to that statement that Anthony Fauci has and the United States have financially supported this lab where the virus did originate. So there is some truth to that.
Okay, no, I disagree with you. Dr. Fauci, the United States have financed labs throughout the world. This is nothing new. Just because that, and by the way, we don't know if that to be 100%.
$3.7 million.
We don't know what and how Dr. Fauci was or wasn't involved in that. But here's what we do know. This has been happening throughout the world for many, many years. So just because, hypothetically speaking, money was sent to that lab and Dr. Fauci might have okayed it, certainly does not put this on Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci did not generate this virus. Dr. Fauci did not intentionally do anything wrong, and I completely disagree with that premise.